What's up, everybody? Maran here for a little Mustang Monday update on this Monday. So it's been a couple of weeks since I've done a little update here. Not a whole lot to update you guys on, but one thing about this Mustang, the 2016 GT here that I still have, is that I had to go in for service this past week because the air conditioner failed. So I was actually on my drive to Hershey to visit Mike's 3-Speed 717, and I was on the highway and it started getting a little warmer, and so I was like, oh, I'll put on the air conditioning, and then it just started like blowing warm, and I was like, that's weird. I was like, maybe I just need to turn it down a little bit. Turned it down, it just kept blowing warmer and warmer, and I was like, oh man, my car actually had this issue, because this is a kind of common problem with Mustangs. The air conditioning does tend to fail in these. I'm not sure exactly what it is. I think the actual condenser fails on a lot of cars, but whenever I took mine in for the service to get it fixed, it was of course all under warranty, you know, so I'm still in the 3 years 36 bumper to bumper warranty, so it was covered, and that is something that does go wrong sometimes a little bit later than that. So you know, those of you that are considering buying a used Mustang or even a new one, you know, an extended warranty isn't a horrible idea, because that can be a little bit expensive to replace. If it does fail, again, it's not like all of them fail or anything, but it is something I've seen on the forums, you know, a little more frequently than it being some rare occurrence. Anyway, so when I took mine in for service, they said that it just had a light little leak in the system and nothing actually failed, and they say even if the pressure in the system is off by just a couple ounces or pounds or whatever, that actually can just cause the whole system to not work anymore. So it's not even that a part fails, just a slight little leak could develop. So they tightened up a specific joint or something that was loose, and again, I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know all the technical terms, but they tightened everything up and it's working again. They said there's a chance that there could be they could actually just end up failing with the condenser or whatever, or there could be another leak that develops, so they actually put dye into the system so they can go in with a black light if it does fail again and see immediately right where it could be leaking from, if there's any other leak points. But the one that they did found, they tightened up and everything's been good so far. So we'll have to see, you know, again, I'm only going to keep this car again for another 2 months or so before it gets traded in here. But hopefully it holds up and, you know, doesn't have any more issues, you know, for the life of the car, because you know, hopefully this one stays good. But yeah, I think one of the main symptoms, if you actually do have the condenser failing, and mine actually had this symptom which made me think the whole thing was going, was the car will actually sound like it's supercharged a little bit whenever you're at, like, it's stopped or at low speeds. When it's idling, it'll almost sound like a whine, and mine did have that. Not all the time though, it wasn't consistently. I mean, it only, I think, happens if you have the air conditioning on, but there was times where it would happen, other times it wouldn't. So I didn't know, you know, what was going on with my unit, but that was ended up what happened. So not a huge deal. That's what warranties are for. But yeah, so the only little hiccup here in the Mustang, otherwise it's doing great. I put the summer tires back, or they're all-season tires back on it, you know, the black wheels that I have here, instead of the other ones that I had that were the snow tires. Took those off. Anyway, I'm trying to drive in rush hour traffic here, so sorry if I'm a little distracted. But the other little update that I have is about the Bullitt, and again, nothing huge. It's looking like a mid-July delivery still is, you know, what's going to be likely. But the update on the Bullitt this week is that I now officially have a VIN number, which means usually in the Ford system, that means it's definitely going to be built. Not that I had any worries, but there have been some reports of people that had orders in, but then their dealers lost their allocation, and the dealer didn't have an allocation for a Bullitt anymore. I don't know what's going on with the whole allocation. I was under the impression, whenever I talked with the marketing people at Ford, that they were going to build as many as people ordered, and now it's sounding like they're limiting them, and they don't know how many numbers they're actually going to have, you know. So it's kind of like no one knows what's going on with the Bullitt. It's kind of like a just place an order and keep your fingers crossed. But what's even more exciting though about the VIN number is the VIN number that I got, and I'm not going to reveal what number I got, but I will say that I have a pretty low production number that I'm really excited about, but I'll reveal that. I'm going to tie it in with another video coming probably next month. But yeah, so I'm really excited. It's slowly, little by little, getting more and more real. It still kind of almost feels like a dream, like it's something that's not actually going to happen. You know, but I think, you know, hopefully I'll be getting like a window sticker online, you know, with the vehicle tracking, you know, system that Ford has. Hopefully I'll get that. That'll make it a little more real and stuff like that. But getting a VIN number is one step closer to that. And thankfully the time's been going by pretty quickly, so it hasn't been dragging on. But yeah, hopefully, you know, only about 2 months, maybe a little more than 2 months to go here. But anyway, like I said, not a whole lot to update you guys on, just those couple little things. But let me know in the comments below if you have a Mustang that has had the air conditioning issue, and you know what ended up being the fix for yours. Otherwise, though, everyone else, just let me know what you think about everything in the comments below. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care.